real estate, ETF, all of those things are the things that we're going to be talking about today, right? And why you need to stop saving and start doing what? Investing. Stop saving in the bank, start investing. Because for you to gain financial freedom, to get to this millionaire status, that's what it entails. You need to be able to start investing in real estate, in businesses, for you to be able to gain financial freedom. Welcome in. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. And Christy, me, welcome in. Kristen, welcome in. Yeah. And ultimate goal, we're doing a financial freedom drive this July and helping as many people to gain financial freedom. Iris, welcome in. Alex J, how are you doing? That's what we're doing this July. I've been showing up twice a day from the 1st of July till date. So, pardon my voice, that is a little bit cracked because I've been teaching and now I've lost my voice. Okay, but it's more like 4 more days to go. 4 more days to go to the end of the financial freedom drive. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. And we know what to do. Let's tap out the live. How are you doing? Let's tap out the live. Tropical Queen, how are you doing? As soon as we get 5,000 taps and 50 shares, we're going to be started. And today we're going to be talking about ETF. And earlier we started with ETF and we are introducing real estate. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We continue from yesterday. What is ETF? Right? What is ETF? We talked about what is ETF, but how do we go about it? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And then we'll do the introduction between, yeah, how are you? I am tired. You can hear that in my voice, but I'm good. I'm good. 3 more days or 4 more days till the end of the financial freedom drive. Welcome in, welcome in. Noma, welcome in. Charles, welcome in. Yeah, we're talking about ETF, real estate, businesses, right? Those are the things we're going to be talking about today. So as soon as we get to, let's tap out the live. As soon as we get to, oh, Charles, thank you so much for tapping out the live. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, and of course, the 50 shares, we get the class started. Today we're going to be touching ETF. Hi, how are you, Never? How are you doing? For those on the YouTube side, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Indicate where you are connecting from. We have 67 countries already represented here. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new here, drop one in the comment section. If you're new, drop one in the comment section. Today we're going to be talking about two major tools to actually build wealth. I'm Lynn Pham. Oh, that's great. So good to meet you. I'm not a doctor of medicine. I'm a doctor of business and technology. So if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. That means I have my doctorate degree in strategy, business, and information management system. My day job, I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. I'm an economist, also a chartered accountant, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades. And I am the convener of this community called the Million Dollar League. Those aspiring to become a millionaire and those that are already millionaires trying to scale to become a multimillionaire. And we've embarked on a financial freedom drive through this July. From the 1st of July, I've been showing up 2 times a day. So that's why you hear my voice this way. 2 times a day, teaching at least 2 hours every session, telling you and helping you to gain financial freedom. So to get financially empowered through the education, right? So that you can gain financial freedom, end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, start investing, stop saving in the bank, and investing in what? All of this, right? So that you can achieve one thing: financial freedom. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal, right? Financial freedom is a goal. And of course, yeah, and our ultimate goal is to reduce poverty, because once there's poverty is reduced, once you earn paycheck to paycheck, poverty is reduced, and apparently there is also going to be reduction in crime. So if there's one goal of whatever we're doing, whenever we're talking about financial freedom, that's what that is. Welcome in, everyone. one of the things that we do differently in this life, it's a life, this life is a class. So it's not your regular life. Once you come in, wait about 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for. Click on that follow button. Kwame, thank you so much for the repost. Patricia Cruz, welcome in. So tap out the live. As soon as you get in, click on the follow button. Tap out the live non-stop, okay? Share. How do you tap out the live? Those on the TikTok side, on the YouTube side, all you have to do is to drop where you're connecting from and click on that subscribe button. So on the TikTok side, all you have to do is tap out the live, click on the follow button. To click on the follow button, you see the plus sign. To tap out the live, just tap the screen non-stop. To share out the live, press my forehead on the screen and share it to your contact. Share with your contact so that they can also come and learn. I tell you, people pay thousands of dollars to actually learn what we're teaching. This is not get rich quick scheme. Google who Warren Buffett is, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, and you will understand how we invest. We are moderate rich investors. So, and we are compound interest is part of the things that we do. We're not speculators, we're not gamblers, but we are solid investors because we're moderate risk investors and we do long-term investing. So if it looks like what you're looking for, you're trying to build generational wealth, you're trying to build something that is solid, then you're in the right place. This is not about hypes, this is not about get rich quick scheme. This is quality and solid investing methods. That's what we're doing. So welcome in, and we're talking about the ETF and real estate. That's what we're going to be talking about today. We start with ETF. We started this since yesterday on the exact description of ETF. TGL, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, and you might be wondering what we mean by millionaire in town, because this is the $1 million league, like I said. So we welcome everyone that clicks on that follow button, prophesying into their lives that they're millionaires. But aside becoming, we can prophesy all we like. If you don't execute, we're going to be empowering you with all the tools that you need. Because here we are not entertainers, we are more of educators, and we're here to empower you, giving you all the tools that you need. It's going to help you to build financial freedom. So stick around. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, we will get a class started. So tap out the live. Let's get it to 5,000 taps and we'll get tonight's class started. Welcome in everyone. So on the YouTube side, click on that subscribe button. We'll get the class started shortly. Welcome in everyone. We'll start the class as soon as we get 5,000 taps and 50 shares, right? So get your pen and paper ready in the interim. Get your pen and paper ready. Tap out the live. Get your daily at me. Click on the follow button. All right. Subscribe on the YouTube side for those on the YouTube. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 5,000 taps. Once we get to 5,000, we get started. Hey, Zaddy, where have you been, girl? How are you? Also, thank you so much for tapping out the live. If you're new here, click on that follow button. We're getting the class started shortly. Welcome in. Click on that follow button. We'll get the class started shortly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope all is well. I was worried for a second. I hope everything is well, Zaddy. Yeah, I hope everything goes well, right? If you're new here, click on that follow button. Let's get our daily at me. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, we get the class started. None of the two. Click on that follow button, Brady. Let me know where you're connecting from. For those on the YouTube side, click on that follow. All is well now. I'm glad. Thank God. You can see the energy level is not so. I've almost lost my voice. Yesterday I lectured for 8 hours. You're in Texas. Oh, okay, that's great. I'm in Texas as well. Awesome. Make sure you click on that subscribe button. Click on the follow button. Let's get it to 5,000 taps. Let's also share. Press my forehead on the screen for those on the TikTok side. Press my forehead on the screen. Share out the screen. Oh, Victoria, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Click on that follow button. If you are new here, click on the follow button. We're going to get the class started soon. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The Smart Asset Advisor.
Yeah. It's 4 more days. 4 more days and we'll be done with the financial freedom drive. So I've been showing up, guys. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. My day job is vice president of technology. And at the same time, also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning and information management system. And I have that's because I have my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. So you hear the technology. However, I am also a chartered accountant and also an economist. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, and definitely we're going to be talking about today. Real estate. We're going to be talking about real estate today. And of course, we're going to finish with ETF because we started ETF. We started ETF yesterday, 2 days ago as well. But today we'll conclude ETF and then we start real estate. And of course, one of the questions I hear every time, ETF or real estate, let's put it to rest once and for all. We're going to be talking about that. I'm going to show you how but before then, we'll start about the introduction. So people, earlier today, somebody was asking, where am I going to get the capital from? That's what we're going to be starting with, okay? All right. Wajan, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. The Money Lab, welcome in, latest millionaire in town. If you're new here, click on that follow button, okay? Click on the follow button. Once we get to 5,000 tab, we get started. So the quicker we start tapping out the live, we have a lot to cover. And I don't have so much energy. So yeah, and let us all get a daily at me. Get your daily at me. Share out the live. Repost helps this live. Give to gift gallery. Get your pen and paper ready.
Tries to shake me, I breathe and slow it down. When anger tries to move me, I choose a calmer sound. When chaos fills the classroom, I don't join in no yell.
Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's share out the live as well. Press my forehead on the screen. Now see, if you're new here, click on that follow button. You're new, click on that follow button. We're going to get the class started shortly. Welcome in everyone. How are you all doing? And for those on the YouTube side, please click on the subscribe button if you're new here. Hey Taylor, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in.
Every day I wake up with choices in my head. I shape the way I move, I choose where I will stand.
Welcome in, everyone. And we had 5,000 taps. Let's prioritize shares as well. Thank you all. Let's prioritize shares. Let's prioritize reposts. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's prioritize shares. Press my forehead on the screen. If you're new here, click on the follow button. If you're new here, drop one in the comment. I'm new here. Yeah, let's get the class started. I'm new here, drop one in the comment section. I am new here, drop one in the comment section. Also, let's prioritize shares. Press my forehead on the screen. We're going to be talking about this, right? I always start with this, right? Because people always ask the question, yes, you're talking about becoming a millionaire. We're talking about financial freedom. How do I even start? I don't even know where to start from. And that's where we're going to be starting from. Honest Bunny, welcome in, welcome in. If you're new, you're new in the comment, just I'm new. Nelsie, hey, Tolu's mom, how are you? Marquisa, and everyone that is here. Taylor is also new. So if you're new, drop. I'm new. If you're new, drop I'm new. All Saints, Attitude, Zadi, Tropical Queen, Honest Bunny, Attitude, Nancy, The Money Lab, Tolusmo, Ekweze, Ade, Suza, Margot Media, Lily, Daniel, Ngozi, Blessed, and everyone that is here, curated by Fancy, Judge, right? If you're new here, drop I'm new, drop one. Is it just one person, two people that are new? We're going to start the class. So if you're new here, this is not your regular class. We're doing a financial freedom challenge, financial freedom drive this July, teaching you how to gain financial freedom. So teaching you, educating you, and empowering you on what you need, the tools that you need, right? Because guess what? They taught us something. Go to school, get a job, and of course, life is going to be good. But then, how is that really is, right? Is that really I mean, is this something that you've now achieved, right? Obviously there's something. There are seven more steps from this income to becoming wealthy. That's why a lot of people, they make good income or they make income but they're not building wealth, right? Living paycheck to paycheck, because income does not equal wealth. People always make that mistake. Income does not equal wealth, and you cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot. All right. So one of the things I always start from here. I know we all want to hear about ETF or real estate. However, you need to understand something. The first step, except you want an inheritance, you want a jackpot, you always start with your income, right? It always starts with your income. And let's keep tapping out the life, right? If you've heard this word before, go to school, get a job, and work hard, and life is going to be good. If you heard that before, put yes. I've heard that before. Put yes in the comment. You've heard that. Go to school, get a job, right? Life is going to be good. Put I've heard that, or put yes in the comment if you've heard that before. Yes, Daddy. Okay. Now, I think we need to let me just restart the life or reset the life. For those that are new here, this is not your regular life. So we do things a bit differently here. So first of all, welcome to the $1 Million League. N is missing. Yes, I know, Mariel. That is because just focus on the message, not all of those things, right? I have a doctorate degree, so definitely I know the spelling of financial. I've done financial all my life, all right? But thank you so much. It's because we have a limit in the character, right? A limit in the character. So we have to remove one thing. Maybe we'll remove the question mark if that, maybe we'll remove the question mark, but maybe that also caught your attention, and that's why you you stayed here. So just like I said, this is the $1 Million League. This is the community of millionaires, people that are already millionaires, that want to scale to becoming to multi-millionaires, and those that are already that are trying to become millionaires. So they anticipate, they hope one day to become a millionaire. But hoping alone cannot get you there, because if you are not equipped to know how to get there, and this is not about get rich quick scheme, this is not hypes, this is not immediate gratification, this is not high risk plays, okay? This is real investing. You can, if you cannot wait to see what it is, look, Google who Warren Buffett is, and you would understand, okay? Google who Warren Buffett is, you would understand. We are investors, we are not gamblers, and definitely not speculators. So we know exactly what we do. So that is this community. So if it looks like you want to become financially free, you want to get to that $1 million status, or yours might be like, I just want to end the paycheck to paycheck. Welcome to this community. Click on the follow button. Now, the thing about, and if you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm not a doctor of medicine, I'm a doctor of business. That means I have my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. So my day job, I'm a vice president, an executive, a vice president of technology, and also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system in one of the colleges here in the United States. I'm an economist and also a chartered accountant. That's because my bachelor's is in that. I speak so well. Thank you so much. That's because I don't know. Thank you so much. But this is not even the good whatever for me, because I've lost my voice. I've been teaching twice. Yesterday, I taught for 8 hours on this app, right? I taught 8 hours, 4 hours each. I've been teaching twice, 1:30 and 8 p.m. from the 1st of July. And I've been showing up. This is day 27. Day 27 that I've been coming on this app consistently, teaching you how to gain financial freedom and to what goal? To end crime, right? Oh, hello, Cash Vanova, welcome in, right? Click on that subscribe button on the YouTube side. So, like I was saying, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, right? So emphasis on manage, emphasis on owns, because some people own real estate, some people don't manage it. There's property managers that do it for them. I own double-digit, okay? So real estate is part of what I do. Then the other thing, what does the last word say? So the real estate, okay, or ETF, right? So, and I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, and of course, I also invest so much in the stock market because using these strategies that a multimillionaire uses: index fund, ETF, right? Index fund, ETF. Those are the things that I teach. I mean, and that's part of the things I teach here. Businesses, because guess what? If all you're doing is saving your money in the bank, you're not going to build wealth, right? Savings, and I'm going to show it to you today, right? But then what do? You start investing, because you start invested. All right. So click on the follow button if you're new here. And like I said, we're doing a financial freedom drive this July. So you'll see less of me after this Friday. After this Friday, you'll see less of me because I will not be showing up twice again. Scopic latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. After this July, you see less of me on the app, right? So take advantage of it. Whatever I'm teaching you, people pay thousands of dollars. So know that you're taking it for free, because we are doing a financial freedom drive. Lucy Bell, latest millionaire in town. So it's a financial freedom drive, or through this July only, right? Giving it for free as part of corporate social responsibility. What is the goal of that social responsibility? Ultimately is to reduce crime. How do we reduce crime? Because we are empowering you, we are educating you. We are empowering you, we are educating you through and giving you financial knowledge that you need, because they did not teach you that in school. They taught you go to school to get this thing, income, and that's where it ends. Income does not equal wealth. They're two different things. As a matter of fact, there's 7 other stages to become wealthy, and that's why a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. Even with their good income, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. That's what that gap is what we are teaching. So once you get we get financially educated, what's going to happen is that you're going to earn paycheck to paycheck. You're going to become financially free. When you become financially free, definitely poverty is going to reduce, right? Eliminated is even the word. Poverty becomes eliminated. And then what's going to happen? It's going to reduce crime, because poverty and crime, they go hand in hand. Now you understand the reason, because I need you to understand there is a goal for whatever thing we teach. That's why this is going to be different. This life is different. It is teaching. I knew you end up by selling the ebook. Like, seriously, am I selling anything right now, guys? Mindset, right? This is why a lot of people miss opportunities. I did not even talk about any ebook. I didn't talk about anything, right? I've been teaching twice a day, every single day. Right? That is why that is the poverty mentality. That's why a lot of people remain poor. That is why a lot of people remain paycheck to paycheck, because I've been teaching. I never even said anything about ebook. Like, seriously. No, that's okay, right? So the thing about it is, at the end of the whole thing, it is to reduce poverty, right? Reduce poverty. All right. I have an ebook, but I do not even sell that. But we have something even bigger than that, because we're not the people here. Whatever, I think you're missing something. Millionaire status, right? Financial freedom. Somebody literally just crossed $500,000 2 weeks ago, right? And maybe you also missed the part that I said that I'm a vice president of technology, and you missed the part that I own double-digit real estate portfolio. Okay, maybe you missed that part, or you just joined. All right. So if your ebook is your problem, please scroll past. Okay. Oh my goodness. You see, that's why people clearly miss opportunities, and then they're still praying to God. God help me, but God already sent help their way, right? So whatever it is, please cover your face, scroll past if that is, but if you want to clearly learn, calm down, relax, okay? Calm down, relax, be patient, don't be quick to jump, because that is how you miss helpers, okay? That's how people miss as helpers of destiny. All right, so let's go ahead. So like I said, ultimately is to reduce crime, okay? Because when poverty is reduced or eliminated, it's going to reduce crime, okay? No, that's fine. It's all right. It's okay. I really, you know that those things don't bother me, right? It's just one person. It's just one person's loss, all right? Because I'm tired tonight, so I don't even like. I'm tired tonight, so all of those things don't. Anyway, let's continue. So basically, like I said, I've been investing for close to 2 decades. Okay, I've been in the corporate world for close to 2 decades. And I, of course, rose to the position of a vice president of technology. And I'm teaching everyone, because I understand what it is to work in the corporate world, live paycheck to paycheck. And because clearly there's something missing in the educational system, which is the reason why we're teaching what we're teaching as part of corporate social responsibility. All right. All right. So one of the things that I want us, and I always start with this, right? It starts with your mindset. So if you're new here, I'm new here, drop I'm new, or drop one in the comment. I am new here, drop I'm new, right? On those on the YouTube as well. I missed the family one yesterday. Yes, Messi, we ended up not doing the family yesterday. Family and finance, we ended up not doing that. You're new. Because we were teaching ETF yesterday. We had to continue with ETF. That's where I lost my voice, right? Because I taught 4 hours 2 times yesterday. I taught for at least 8 hours yesterday, and we're teaching ETF. So on Sunday we will still do that. Okay, so you'll be back. Kareem, Daniel, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button if you're new. Make sure you click on the follow button. So one of the things that we do differently, like I said, this is a class. So think about your community, what you would typically learn in a closed paid community. That's what we are teaching here. Like I said, we're teaching you and you're getting this for free. Falco, latest millionaire in town. So the only thing that we ask is for you to 5 things or 6 things that we ask, right? It's like I said, it's different, right? 5 things or 6 things we ask is that once you're here, click on the follow button, right? Because like I said, it's not for everybody. Like somebody was just talking about ebook or no ebook, right? Clearly that person is probably not, this is not for that person, because we are not even talking about ebook. We're not talking about anything, right? So first thing is click on the follow button. If it looks like what you're looking for, become financially free, the end paycheck to paycheck cycle. Stop saving your money in the bank. Start investing, right? If that looks like it looks like something that's going to change your life, right? Click on that follow button. And yours might be ETF, real estate, businesses, right? we're going to be teaching that here today. Okay. So the other thing, so the first thing is click on that follow button. Number two is tap out the live. Okay, we ask that you tap out the live. It costs you nothing, just your fingers. And this is for those on the TikTok side. On the YouTube side, all you have to do is to click on that subscribe button. And if you get to share as well, drop the country or state where you're connecting from, because here we already have 67 countries represented here in 15 days. 67 country, latest country being Oman. And we do have LA, Royal Daughter, Ola, and Falco, latest millionaire in town. So, number one, click on the follow button once you're here. Number two, tap out the live, okay, non-stop, because we're going to pause the live whenever we see that the chat is not looking like. We'll reset the live and interrupt the class. Number three is share out the live. Press, you don't know how to go about that, press my forehead on the screen. You would see your contacts, invite each and every one of them. Thank you so much for doing that, right? Number four is what Elu just did right now, which is get your daily at me. Dots, please make sure you take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water. Thank you. You can see it. I'm off, right? I'm a little bit off. That's fine. Yeah, but I'll be good. I'll be good. The financial freedom drive ends by Friday, so I'll be good, right? So number four is get your daily at me. So if you have not gotten your daily at me, please get your daily at me right now. If you have not clicked on the follow button, click the follow button. We value your time. We also value our time. If it's something that that you think is going to benefit you, click on that follow button. We do not want, what we don't want is a dead weight or a dead beat here, because the only language the algorithm understand is when you do those things. You click on the follow button, you tap out the live, you share out the live, you get your daily at me. Okay, it costs you 1 penny, but of course you get like 45 points or 30 points back. Also, get your pen and paper. This is what it's worth thousands of dollars. Actually, we teach this. People pay thousands of dollars to learn whatever we're teaching right here, but we are doing it as part of corporate social responsibility. Lastly, get your pen and paper. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, click on that subscribe button if you've not done that. So get your pen and paper. And of course, lastly, it's going to be a two-way conversation, right? I'm going to ask question, you need to respond. You ask me question at any time as well, I'm going to respond. Remember, I'm a professor. There's a reason why we do that. The reason why we say tap out to 5,000 taps, 50 shares, is because people will tell you, oh, Dr. Lina, repeat yourself, replay. I said Dr. Lina is not AI, right? So we wait for everyone to come in. Number two, when I tell you type it, it's just to also, emphasize the learning, help you with the learning, because when you write it, right, it tends to stick, right? But versus when you just hear it, it could pass in and go out. All right. So let's try this. If you're new here, click, and you've not clicked on the plus sign, follow button. Let's do that now. And also get your daily at me. You don't know how to go about it. Get your daily at me. Click on the follow button. If you're new here, Josephine, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Welcome in. There's a reason why we welcome everyone as a millionaire, because we know there's a big man upstairs. I'm a Jesus baby. So there's a big man upstairs, and whenever we say that, we're prophesying into your life. That's one. Number two is that God also said that He will bless the works of your hands. So if you do not have anything in your hands, we don't do magic here. So you need to execute. We've told God, we called you by that name. We've told Him, and that's why we welcome everybody as a millionaire. But ultimately, you also need to execute. Okay, that's why you need your pen and paper. God is not going to come from heaven to do a miracle or do magic. We're not magicians. So click on the follow button and let's welcome you in. So welcome in every one of us right here. So this is the one that is such a nice one. You're welcome. Yeah, make sure you click on that follow button if you've not done that, right? If you have been sitting at 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. So it starts with your income. Like I said, we're not magician, right? It starts with your income. So except you want a jackpot, or you want a jackpot or whatever, or you got a family inheritance, there has to be something that's your wealth engine or your wealth tool. And most of the time, it starts with income, generically, including somebody like Jeff Bezos, or what's his name, Mr. Tesla, all of them, it started with something called income, right? Nobody, most of them, at least as a matter of fact, they said 95, more than 95% of the self-made millionaires, it comes from, it's, they're not trust babies, neither did they get it from inheritance. So it means that it comes from something called their income. So now it tells you something, that this income is very, very key. One of the things I want to tell you is, the higher this income, right? The higher this income, and what you do with that income, right, depending on the split, will determine if you're going to be financially free or get to this financial $1 million status, right? So understand this, right? In my own case, I was in corporate finance of an organization. As a matter of fact, one of the top 100 companies, Fortune 100 companies or Fortune 500 companies. I think it's now a Fortune 500, but at that time it was Fortune 100. I started from there in a corporate finance. Aaron, latest millionaire in the corporate finance, because I'm an economist and a chartered accountant. Obviously, I'll be in corporate finance, right, of the organization. And then I realized that people were in technology doing the same thing, doing lesser work, and they were being paid higher. So I increased my income by pivoting from technology, from finance to technology. And of course, I was able to land myself an increment of $30,000. That was about 15, 16 years ago. Increase my income by $30,000, just taking one certification that was less than $500, and less than, under 5 months, under 5 months. So that is, you need to think about it. If we say that this income, the higher this income, and what you see the split, those are the things that are actually going to determine if you're going to gain financial freedom. Because of course they did not tell us that in school, right? They did not, they equipped us, right? You became a medical doctor, you got to become an engineer, whatever, right? That is that income. So think about it. Another way is for you to, you can get a supplement your income. Another way is you can get certification, you can do free trainings and all of those things, right? You can go on Google Coursera, you can also go on Harvard Business School. There are free trainings that you'll be so surprised that it's going to change your finances. Yeah, and please, let's tap out the live. You'll be sitting here. If you're new here, click on that follow button. Click on the follow button. Let's also share the live. Let's get our daily admin. Only one person has gotten their daily admin. Guys, let's get our daily admin. Let's get our daily admin. Let's be in the habit of getting our daily admin. At me, right? At me, you would find it right here. It costs you 1 penny, right? It helps this life. Go Popular help this life. We do it in our follow to follow. But when it comes to educational, let's also do that, because that is the only language the algorithm understands. Tapping out the light, sharing out the light. Thank you so much, Karen. Sharing out the light. Scopy, thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, thank you so much. Cost you 1 cent, but you get 30 points back. Let's not just, let's encourage our educators, okay? Thank you so much. Julius, welcome in, latest millionaire in town. Thank you so much. So look at, you want to increase this income. Like I said, Harvard Business School, you'll be so surprised at free training that is there. Employers pays for skill. I employ people. I'm a vice president of technology. So obviously I do that, right? And I would give my job to somebody that knows how to do it over the person that has it on paper, okay? Over the person that has it on paper. So far you have your first degree. There's no point you saying that, oh, you want to get this, you want to get that. And you might be saying, oh, coming from somebody that has a doctorate degree, I did not get a doctorate or go for my master's until 6 years after I'd even pivoted to technology. 6 years after, that's when I went for my master's and for my doctorate, and that is for self-actualization, right? I don't even think that my doctorate degree gave me anything increment when it comes to to the vice president. Only from the professor standpoint, that's where the income comes from. So it tells you something. I particularly talked about I put my profile in there, right there, just to tell you that this is exactly what I did in my own case. Remember, that's true income, vice president, and at the same time also a professor, right? That is double income. It's different from somebody that is just one vice president, a vice president without the other income. So this is also me trying to increase my income, because my goal is to travel the world. And to be able to travel the world, there's no way I can be financially, if I am tied with one job, or I don't have something working in my sleep for me, right? Then there's no way I can do that, right? Everybody has a goal, right? So if yours is to MPay tech to change it, if you are trading your time for money, then right, you don't have that time. April and Fatima, latest millionaire in town. So you want to make sure that the higher this income, the better for you, right? The higher the income. Now let's now put this to rest, right? Because it's not also, it's a function of that income and not also the function of that income. What do I mean? So if you have this income is high, you're making 300,000. You are you're making 400,000 or you're making 200,000 and your expenses here, your lifestyle and your bills are here, right? You are good as working to pay bills. That's all that you're doing. You are living to pay bills. And that is what is called paycheck to paycheck. Really, guys. That's what is called paycheck to paycheck. So income here, expense here, right? That is the reason that people are tied. That's why people are struggling financially. But how do you build wealth? You see this income minus expenses. You see the wider this gap is, right? Either increase in income and keeping this expense here or reducing your expenses to make it wide. That is your wealth tool. So you need your wealth tool here, and that's what I want to explain here. So you see, this is called the wealth triangle. You want to be financially free, you want to earn the paycheck to paycheck. Increasing that income will help you as much as where you put your money. Where do you put your money? If all your money is on depreciating lifestyle, meaning you use it to pay bills, you use it to fund lifestyle, you're not building, you're not gaining financial freedom. You're not. Really, because you're just using your money on expenses, paying bills. That is simply definition of paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. And we're going to pause the live because everything is very quiet. Okay. I always say that if the live is quiet, we're not tapping, we're not sharing out the live, you're not getting daily at me. You're nobody's clicking on that follow button. Jackie, welcome in. I'm going to have to pause, right? But if you want us to continue to have a free flow, let's all keep tapping out there. If you're new here, click on that follow button. You're new here, there's so many new people here. You're new here, click on the follow button. Don't just sit here. It's okay. This is, like I said, this is not for everybody. You do this community a disservice, right? In the sight of algorithm, if you're just seated here, you're not clicking the follow button, you're not tapping out the live, you're not sharing out the live, you're not getting daily at me. You are just sitting here taking all this information. It means that that is not nice, right? Let's click on the follow button. Shows that you value this. Don't just get your pen and paper take all the information. That's what we're here to do. But at the minimum, click on the follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily admin. Winner Rose, latest millionaire in town. So please, let's be in the habit of that. Don't just sit here and not click on that follow button, all right? Tap out the live as well. Share out the live, right? We have 121 people here, 123 right now. So I need you to do what you're supposed to do so that we can have a free flow. You can see that in my voice, I'm already tired. I've been showing up twice a day, right? Even with my VP job, and running a family, running a business, I'm still showing up. So the minimum you can do is to do your own part. Click on that follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, and of course, get your daily at me. Give the gallery if you can, okay? Thank you so much. I don't think I'm asking for too much because you do it in your follow to follow lives, and you also do it in all those gossip lives, right? This is educational, this is life changing, right? This is about you gaining financial freedom, except you just like the paycheck to paycheck. Thank you all for doing that. Awesome. So like I said, if all you do with your income, right, and this is what they taught us, go to school, right, get income and fund lifestyle. That's all. That's why a lot of people are stuck from age 20 to 65, working 45 years, right? That is the reason why. Now, thank you so much for getting your daily admin income, right? Now, what are you supposed to do? Because this is what you're doing right now. Income to lifestyle. That's what you're doing. Now, but when you do this, there's nothing left to build your wealth. There's nothing left because this is just paying bills. You're just it's called depreciating lifestyle liabilities. I mean, you put it on depreciating liabilities and you put it towards lifestyle, right? So you put some of it because definitely you still need to pay bills for sure. You still need to pay bills, right? Then let your lifestyle, let it be manageable, right? Such that you keeping part of this income to like 40 to 50 to 60% of your income. 50 to 60% are the latest millionaire in town. You are keeping your expense and your bills to 50% of this income, right? And then you're wondering, so where is the remaining 50 to 40%? Where is it going? 50 remaining 50 to 40% is on this side. You see this side, and some people were like, oh, Dr. Lina, I'm even still struggling to pay my bills. You're talking about this. That's because I remember I started with your income, right? Right? I started with your income. And if you want to know the reason how to increase your income, go on my page. There's another day I'll be teaching that how to increase your income, because I teach 4 pillars of wealth creation. 4 solid pillars of wealth creation. That's what I teach here. So it's a whole school financial wealth building for here, how to increase your income. Touched on it, right? But then income is one piece. What you do with that income is what matters. You put some of it towards bills and lifestyle. This is the most important part of this. If you can get it right, $1 million league right here. Awesome. So you just start, even if it's 5%, even if it's 10% of your income, but let you know that your goal should be 40%.